What's going on, miners? I'm Chump Change XD. Today's video, we're going to be opening a package from bitcoinmerch.com. I believe they sent us over one of their 250 gigahash Marslander Bitcoin solo miners. Super excited about it. I actually built my own Bitcoin solo miner back there. If you guys didn't see that video, go check it out. I'll leave a link above. Runs at 18 watts, and if I could ever get 6.25 Bitcoin from crushing a block on that thing, I'd be super excited. So I want to go open this thing up, check it out. I want to see how many watts it has, and we'll go from there. All right, so it's quite rare that we actually are still excited to open boxes. This one I actually am extremely excited to open. So we got a nice business card in the box. Once you purchase it, it says thank you for purchasing from bitcoinmerch.com. And this is what is inside. All plastic wrapped. Let's open this thing up. Yeah, it's got like acoustic foam all around it. Oh, that's kind of neat. All right, so this is everything that's inside the box. It's got a little LED remote here, so you can change the colors on your Marslander. It actually came with a USB by micro SD card adapter, so you can just plug it into your computer. Super easy and set it up. So this is literally an all-in-one unit. You don't have to buy anything else, unlike the last video we just did setting up the Raspberry Pi and all that for one of these Gecko Science Bitcoin miners. Honestly, I love the fact this thing's super small. That's pretty cool. Once I peel all of this protective film off, we'll be able to see inside the Marslander. But what I want to do first is get this thing completely set up, and then we will go plug it in. And I'm really curious to see how much wattage this thing draws. So first thing we need to do is take this little micro SD by USB adapter and the chip that's in this Bitcoin miner and go plug it into the computer so we can set it up. All right, so I just plugged this unit in, and as you can see, it says you need to format the disk. Do not format the disk. I don't know if your computer will pop up with this, but mine does. I just exit out, and there is the actual SD card with all the stuff. Just keep Xing out the format stuff until it's gone. So now right here, they have a Marslander Solo Miner Manual version 2.0, it says. So let's open that up and just see what it's about. So here's the Bitcoin Merch ReadMe. Now it says the Marslander is a refined and well-tuned design, allowing exceptional hash rate for its size and power draw. The most important factor to ensure long life for the Marslander is cooling. If the fan fails, the mining hardware USB miner stick within the case will overheat and fail. Do not use the Marslander if the fan isn't working. So you need to make sure that fan is up and operational. Now, if there's any issues with it, obviously, it just says to reach out to them. Now, scrolling down a little bit, you can see about the Marslander. It kind of tells you basically everything you need to know about this. It runs on a Raspberry Pi, basically exactly like the one behind us that we set up the other day. And, I mean, obviously, this one's a little more compact and actually looks way nicer than the one that I built. Tells you how to connect your Wi-Fi network. We have the SD card installed. It says locate the file WPA supplicant backup config. It says which is located in the root of the folder of the SD card. Edit the file with Notepad or equivalent and change the SSID and PSK sections with your Wi-Fi name and Wi-Fi password. It is important to keep the quotation marks. Also set the country code for the country you are in. See below. All right, let's scroll down quick. Oh, here it is. So it shows you a list of how to set up the country code, I guess. And it shows you where to put it, I believe, right here, country GB. So I'll have to do US and obviously Wi-Fi password and Wi-Fi name here. So let's go do that right now. All right, so down at the bottom here. So there's two of them, which is kind of interesting. So let's click on this one. It says to edit this one. I'm going to check off always use, but I'm going to open it with Notepad. Then I'm going to change the ES to US. And we're going to have to put our Wi-Fi name in exactly with all the correct capitals and all that. So give me 1 second. Let me just get that stuff. All right. So all my stuff is now input. Obviously, I'm blurring out my password so you guys can't see it, but that's what you got to do. BIOS, whatever the hell my Wi-Fi name is, that's what it came with the router. That's what I got to call it. So you got to make sure all the capitals are correct. And then obviously your Wi-Fi password, you're going to go to file and save. In his initial video on Bitcoin Merch website, he does say to copy this folder.
Now we're gonna copy and paste this file, WPA. Right click, copy, and then right click and paste. Now we have a copy here. We're gonna change the name of the copy and remove the backup like this.
And there is another folder with the same name right here. Now, if you notice, when I open this one, there's nothing in here. So I am going to paste all of my information in there, and I think that's going to work. So let's just do file and save. All right, so now back to the ReadMe. Let's scroll down, see what else we got. It says configure the Mars lander to mine to your Bitcoin wallet address within the SD card still in your computer. Locate the file called cgminer.config, also found in the root of the folder of the SD card. Edit this file with notepad.exe or equivalent to change the user field to have your own Bitcoin wallet address. It says this is where your Bitcoin will be paid if you successfully solo mine a block. I mean, hopefully we hit a block, right? I don't know how likely it is, but I know it's really slim to none. But you know what? This thing's a cool desk piece, and for low wattage, I'll take the risk.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Then this says save the file as cgminer.config in the same folder you found the file. Note, you are welcome to change the URL field to a pool of your choice if you wish to pool mine / solo mine elsewhere. If you pool mine, obviously you get paid out, you know, whenever you hit the minimum threshold of that pool. And then if you're solo mining, you might never get paid out if you don't hit a block. So you can choose what to do, which is pretty cool. You don't have to always just solo mine and hope for the best. You could at least make this lucrative to some extent, if that makes sense. So let's go change this file right now. So let's scroll up and cgminer config. Click on this, notepad, open it up, and this is where we're going to put our Bitcoin address. And then everything else is cool with me because I want to do solo mining. So I'm going to paste it right in there. Then I'm going to do file and save. I'm going to exit out. And then I think that's really it. All right, little SDs plugged back in. I peeled all of the film off of this little box. Look how cool this thing is. It's the perfect little desk piece. This thing's amazing. All right, so again, we should just have to plug this thing in, that little port right there on the back. I have my wattage meter here, and then what we're gonna do is mess around with the RGB and see what colors this thing turns. Let me plug this thing in quick. As you can see, she's up and mining right now. 16.6 watts basically, so it's still under 18 like my other one, but looking at the IP, it's all there. It says 0 blocks, hash rate 277, and yeah, I mean, this thing is actually really cool, and holidays are right around the corner, so this is kind of a neat little gift for somebody that might be into Bitcoin. Now turn this thing on. I like how it's got the LEDs that you can change. Yeah, it can go through all of them. You can make the speed go up higher. This thing's neat, man. I really like it. It's such a cool little thing. All right, so 17.5 watts, the highest we've seen at 286 hashes. All right, that's still good though. That's better than the 250 that it claims. I'm gonna shut the LEDs off because we don't need it, and shutting off the LEDs takes it down to right around 17. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to come over to Bitcoin Merch's website right here. As you guys can see, all things crypto. They have a whole bunch of stuff, ASICs and these USB miners. It says, as seen on CNBC, CBS, The Street Insider, and Tech Times. Damn, this guy's been all over the place. That's awesome. So here we are at their best sellers on that main homepage. You can see the Mars landers here. They have the Compact F little USB from Gecko Science. This is the one we just did the video on with that Raspberry Pi. Then they have a 4-pack of these Compact F USBs and 6-pack. That's kind of cool. Looking at the price, I mean, if I was going to spend the money on the Mars lander, it's super convenient, right? Like, the convenience factor is worth money in itself to me, just because I know how long it took me to build that Raspberry Pi. It was literally like 2 days with 2 other people that I needed to help get coding for it. It was just super stressful and aggravating. This thing's ready to go right out of the box, so that might be worth its weight in gold in its own. Looking at the 4-pack, say, of USB miners and having, you know, 4 times the chance over the Mars lander for like a couple $100 more, I'd probably go that route, even though the Raspberry Pi thing was aggravating. But then at that point, you still need to buy an additional Raspberry Pi, or you have to plug it into your PC, and you're going to be spending much more watts, right? Because at the end of the day, this thing only runs at 15 to 17 watts. Actually, if you shut off the LEDs, it's actually right around 15, 16 watts. It's really hard to beat, to be honest. So what do you guys think about this Mars lander solo mining Bitcoin? I think it's pretty cool, right? For the wattage draw, it's super insignificant. It's not going to cost you a bunch to run, and the holidays are coming. If you're trying to get somebody into Bitcoin, a little lottery machine like this to put on their desk for like insignificant watts might be a good idea as a gift. I mean, I know I'm thinking about getting one for a few people, so I guess we'll have to see where it goes, but it's just one of those things, man. It's very slim to none to actually hit a solo block on one of these little USB sticks. Let's be real. But there's still a chance, right? I mean, it's like, 10 billion to 1 or something stupid odds. It's really crazy. It's kind of like playing Mega Millions or whatever. The odds of hitting it are slim to none, but people still do it because they enjoy to do it. I mean, I think it's kind of cool being a miner myself. It's just a neat little knick-knack to have on my desk. You guys can let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. If you guys appreciated this content, please don't forget to hit that like. Please consider subscribing. If you guys haven't seen this video right here, please go check it out, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.